Every morning, for you, it may look simple. You pick up your keys, put on your shoes, close the door, and then you leave. But for your dog, that moment can feel much bigger than you realize, because the second the door shuts, something changes. The house becomes quieter, the air feels different, and your dog begins reacting in ways most owners never fully notice. Some wait by the door, some stare at the window, some walk around your room, smelling the places where you were just standing. And the strange part is, this isn't random behavior. Your dog is not simply waiting. Your dog is processing your absence in a way deeply connected to emotion, routine, memory, and attachment. And what dogs actually think when you leave home is more emotional than most people imagine. Long before you touch the door handle, many dogs already know you're about to leave. They notice tiny patterns humans ignore: the sound of keys, a certain pair of shoes, the way you move differently when you're preparing to go out. Research shows dogs are highly sensitive to routine and repetitive signals. They learn patterns quickly, often predicting what happens next before it happens. That's why some dogs begin following you closely, even before you leave. They are not just curious. They are anticipating separation. For many dogs, your departure creates uncertainty, because in their world, you are not simply someone in the house. You are the center of safety, movement, and emotional stability. And when that center disappears, their brain immediately reacts. One question many people ask is, does your dog know how long you've been gone? The answer is interesting. Dogs do not understand time like humans do, but studies suggest they experience time through routine, scent fading, light changes, and internal expectation. That means your dog may not think, "My owner has been gone for 2 hours," but they absolutely feel that your absence continues. This is why some dogs return to the door repeatedly, not because they forgot you left, but because they keep checking if the expected return moment has arrived. And something even more emotional happens here. Your scent remains in the house after you leave. Dogs often stay near clothes, beds, or places you recently touched because scent gives reassurance. For them, scent is emotional information. It tells them, you existed here, you belong here, you may return. This is where many owners misunderstand dogs. A dog lying quietly after you leave does not always mean nothing is happening emotionally. Some dogs express stress loudly. Others stay completely silent. But internally, many dogs experience a drop in stimulation because the person they are bonded to is gone. Scientists studying dog attachment often compare part of this bond to the emotional security seen in young children with trusted caregivers. That's why dogs often calm down when owners return, even before physical contact. Your presence itself regulates them. And if your dog waits near the door, it is not always sadness. Sometimes it is expectation. A very simple thought pattern. You left before. You returned before. So return should happen again. That expectation becomes part of their daily emotional world. And if your dog has ever waited near the door, followed you before leaving, or acted differently the moment you came home, you've already seen this bond in real life. Subscribe if you enjoy understanding what pets silently feel, because small behaviors often reveal much deeper emotions than we notice. Not all dogs react the same way. Some sleep peacefully, some become restless, some bark, some destroy objects. This often depends on attachment level, breed tendencies, past experiences, and daily routine. A dog that gets regular stimulation, exercise, and predictable return times usually feels safer during separation. But a dog that experiences sudden changes may struggle more. This is why experts say routines matter deeply for dogs, because routine creates emotional predictability, and predictability reduces stress. Your dog may not understand where you go, but it learns whether leaving usually leads to safe return. That trust changes everything. And then comes the moment your dog has been waiting for, the sound outside, the key, the footsteps. Before the door even opens, many dogs recognize your return through sound patterns alone, and suddenly the emotional energy changes. Tail movement, fast breathing, excitement, sometimes even crying sounds. This is not just excitement, it is emotional release. For your dog, your return confirms something important. The bond is intact, the separation ended, the world feels normal again. So, what does your dog think when you leave home? Not in words, not in sentences, but through feeling, memory, scent, and expectation. Your dog experiences your absence in a way built around attachment. That quiet waiting near the door may be one of the clearest signs of trust an animal can show, because every time you leave, your dog believes one thing: you belong to its world. And eventually, you come back. If you want more stories and psychology behind what pets truly feel, subscribe to Pet Mind Stories, because animals often tell emotional stories without saying a single word. And tell me in the comments, what does your dog do the moment you leave home?